Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name's Julie and my husband Jess and I are full-time resellers. So I just got a notification today from YouTube saying that I have been making videos now for 2 years. Kind of mind-blowing. When I look back at that first video, I'm like, oh my gosh, I was such a nervous wreck. All right, so today we went to the Goodwill outlet, aka the bins. We were only there from I think like 9 a.m. to like 12:45 because we had an appointment we had to get home to get to. Our bins just started opening earlier. It always opened at 10 and now they open at 9. So on days like this, that's very convenient, though there are many times where I don't want to be up and out of the house by 8:30 a.m. because I am. For years and years, I was a baker and I went into work between 4 and 5 a.m. every day. And so I would get up between 3 and 4 a.m. But now I'm just, some mornings, I'm still in bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So the joys of being self-employed. All right, now I'm going to show you what I got today. We did not get a ton. I got a lot of personal items, a lot of things I'm going to give as gifts. So we'll show that also. I guess I'll start with this pile sitting next to me. So I found 7 of these Hoover vacuum. They're Y filtration vacuum bags. It seemed like people were selling lots of maybe like 4 or 5 of them for $30. They were very lightweight. So I'll probably make a lot of 4 and maybe a lot of 3. So hopefully we'll make a little money on those. Justin found this piece and it seems like it could go for like $60-ish. It is like a Littlest Pet Shop. Looks like a toolbox or like a caboodle. Yeah, it's adorable. Sorry, I threw a few things in the top part of it, so you'll probably hear it move around. But I'm not sure if it was supposed to have like a tray in it. It might have. So that might bring the volume down if it was supposed to have a tray, but still it's in great condition overall. Let me see what was in here. Oh, I put a little pair of My Generation shoes just to have on hand. Justin removed this from a very beat up Coach purse, but it's like a metal, you know, like hang tag kind of thing. I saw comps for like $22 for these things, which is kind of wild because they're small. So yeah, the tops also open up on this thing. So yeah, just really cute. All right. I picked this up off of a KitchenAid food processor. I'm not sure if I'm going to sell it all together or separate. I mean, some people were just, some people just sold like this top piece, and then the bowl separate and the blade separate. The blade still has food kind of stuck to it, so I have to see if I can get it cleaned up. It seems like if I sell it all together, I might get like 30 to 35 for it. But I mean, the blades alone were selling for like $20. So I probably would do better just to part it all out. Got a bag of silverware. This is Oneida Joanne, I think was the pattern on it. It's just a very, you know, simple, more streamlined pattern. But I got 20 pieces, so service for 4. And the last one that sold for service for 4 sold for $50. There was a bunch listed for way higher than $50. So I'll probably price mine competitively, hoping to move it. All right, I'll show you some of the personal items. This was an exciting find. She's brand new. I did eventually find the outer box, but it was kind of in bad condition, so I just left it. But my niece loves these dolls, and she especially loves all the accessories. So I find the dolls used a lot. I don't even know what these dolls are called. But she wanted the accessories. So when I found this, I was so excited. So I'm going to put this away for her for Easter. These are just towels that we use at my camp, like reusable dish towels. For my other niece, I'm hoping I can clean it up. It is a Lululemon like crossbody bag. She's 11 and obsessed with Lululemon. It's very clean on the inside, dirty on the outside. So I'm going to give it a good OxiClean bath and scrubbing, and I'm hoping I can get this clean because that'll go with her Easter present. Found this cool necklace. It is engraved on the back to the one. So I'm giving this to my niece. She kind of has more of a horror goth kind of decor. This is an older niece that lives out of state, and she has a boyfriend who's similar. So I think she might like to even give that to him. And then this is just for when my nieces come over. It's an art kit. It did not weigh that much. I like to have art kits on hand. And if you buy them at the bins, you can get them for so cheap. I always buy like, like where you paint like sun catchers and things like that at the bins. All right, now we'll show the clothes I got. This is a Victoria's Secret pink, new with tags. It retailed for $69.95. Very soft, fuzzy, like olive green, full zip coat. The comps for it were like 30 to 35. It is a size small, but I mean, that's the ones I looked up with the comps were that size. This dress is so beautiful. The brand is Storia, which is so-so. Some of their pieces sell for a decent amount, some less, but oh my gosh, is it gorgeous. Like, look at these like delicate ruffle sleeves and like the bodice with the kind of the built-in cups, and then has like a tiered bottom. The back is smocked. I just love this dress. It is a size small. It's brand new. I'm hoping the pictures do it justice. Maybe I'll be able to find some stock photos of it even. I used to use stock photos more and more on eBay. Only one time did I get a Vero from Eileen Fisher, so I never used stock photos of them again. But I had a lot of people suggest just use it for your second photo, and you're less likely to get a Vero for it. So that's what I do. All right, this is a logo Lori Goldstein, but it's a 3X. That is the only reason why I picked it up. Top, I'm thinking it'll probably go for around 20. These pants are, was it Eileen? Eileen, so I screenshotted it, but I can't remember off the top of my head. They're Anthropology, really cute with like a tie belt. Like the ends have snaps on them, the zippered pockets on the back. I just used Google Lens and it brought me up the exact pants and told me the style name. I do believe it was a girl's name. I have it in my phone. I think they'll probably get listed for around 30. Guys, this is my first time finding this brand. So look at this gorgeous blouse. Is that the back? Yeah, the back is the button. I thought so. But here is the brand. It's Gunny's by Gunny Sachs by Jessica McClintock. Gorgeous blouse. The size tag is no longer on it. I mean, I suspect it's a small just by looking at it. I feel like it's going to be listed in the anywhere from like $40 to $60 range from when I looked up these kind of blouses through Gunny Sachs. So we'll see. This was an exception to the rule that I normally have. I hate LuLaRoe. You guys know how oversaturated the market is. The only time I ever look at it is if it's a very big size and it's new with tags. So this is just a black basic maxi dress, like full length maxi dress. It's a 3XL and it was new with tags. They sell for around $25 and the solid black ones seem to sell well. It's just such a staple piece, just like a comfy t-shirt, long dress. So that's why I decided to look it up and it seemed to be worth it. This was for Justin. He looks really good in this color. It's just a really soft new with tags, like starter shirt. And then the last item I got was a pair of wrestling shoes. We haven't picked up wrestling shoes in a while. I love finding wrestling shoes. Now these ones, they're just basic ones, chances are these will sell in the $30 range, maybe a little bit more, but sometimes you will find rare or vintage wrestling shoes. I have sold wrestling shoes for hundreds of dollars. Crazy like money some of them go for. So definitely look up if you find wrestling shoes. These ones are Asics Matte Flex. They're a size 7.5. And then we got one more thing that I was so excited about. I have been wanting a walking pad and a standing desk, but you guys know I am so cheap. Well, today we go into the bins and there, I'll put a picture of it here, is a walking pad. It even has a handle that comes up or you can use it down. It has a remote control and we paid $9.99 for it. And yes, it does work. So now I'm on the lookout for a walking desk. I'm willing to pay a little bit for it, but I feel like if I wait long enough, I'll find one for free. And since this room still needs painted and completely dealt with, I have some time to figure it out. And since my haul was kind of on the small side, I'm just going to show you a couple things that have sold over the last few days, some things that might have been more interesting. So I sold these vintage MCM gold birds. I actually have another set of them. They ended up being such a pain in the butt to ship. They still haven't arrived. They're actually in the woman's town now. I'm hoping they arrive safely. I haven't listed the next one until I know that these ones arrived. I paid, I think it was around $3 for them at the bins, and they sold for $50.57. This Lululemon scuba oversized half zip hoodie, Justin picked it up at the bins. I think I showed it in a haul video. We paid $2.43 for it, and it sold within a couple hours of being listed for $44.99. This shirt, I went back and forth over whether I should buy it. It's Tea Party fringe tank top. There wasn't really many sold on eBay at all, but when I looked on Poshmark, there was a decent amount sold, but I listed it for $24.99. It sold for full price before I even had a chance to cross-list it on Poshmark, and I only paid 82 cents for it. This Ariat t-shirt dress, it was cool. It had like kind of like a rodeo print on it. I found it at the bins. It was $1.45. I actually thought it was a nightgown when I first bought it, but they said it was a t-shirt dress. I accepted an offer of $19 on it. This Gap crew neck sweater, I just picked this up on my last trip to the bins. I only paid 75 cents for it. It was new with tags, and it ended up selling for $19.79 very quickly. I also picked up this QED cooking home cooking series easy recipes for a thrifty cook, which cracked me up because I like to think I'm a thrifty cook. This is, I've talked about it numerous times. It's from our local PBS station. I sell these books so well, but this one is the most money I've ever gotten for anyone. I picked it up at the bins for 74 cents and it sold for $38.99. There was only 3 other ones listed, and these people all have theirs listed in the $60 range. So no wonder mine was scoffed up quickly. These Guess Falcon slim boot jeans, I just stumbled upon these at the bins, and I only picked them up because they just were such nice condition. Like they felt like they had barely been worn. So I like looked at the tag and it said Guess, and I don't normally look at Guess jeans, but it had the Falcon slim boot like tag inside of it. So I was like, well, I can easily look these up. And I was impressed with what they sold for, and I paid $2.90 for them. They sold for $44.99, and they're an international sale. And you know I love international sales because if the buyer has a problem, eBay handles all the returns and everything when it's an international sale. So that was really exciting. Oh, and we sold a Lenox piece, the gorgeous Lenox butterfly vase sold. I love this vase. It just doesn't really match the motif of my house. Justin bought it for 74 cents at the bins, and it sold for $36. We had a bunch of shoes sell. They were all newly picked up. These Brooks Ghost 16 I found at the bins on our last trip. That's a really new style of Brooks Ghost shoes. I was so mad because there was a solid black pair too, but someone else got it. I only paid $1.91, sold in a couple hours of being listed for $59. Another Lenox piece, the cute little witch, sold on an offer for $20. We paid 74 cents. This very long, narrow oval platter. The brand was Vitri Bellizia. It was Italian. It was a 20-inch long platter. I got it at that free, like when I took all the leftovers for a church sale. It sold for $40, and obviously we had nothing into it. These Nike Free Run Flyknit, Oreo was what everybody used as the keyword. Shoes, they sold for $32, super fast, and we only paid $1.71 for them. I showed this Susan Graver shirt in a haul video. Justin picked it up on one of his solo trips to the bins before he hurt his foot. It was a woman's 3X, which is why he got it. He paid $1.52 for it, and it sold for full price of $24.99. This was a new one. Justin found this 4-pound workout body bar, weighted workout bar thing at the bins. We pay $1.79 for any kind of like weights, workout equipment, things like that. It sold pretty fast for $21.50. And I was so happy because I had like a tube mailer that my sister had ordered a map that it came in, and it fit in it perfectly. So that was super exciting. I found a Wii Sports game at the bins. Like, this is the second Wii game I found in the last month. I feel like I haven't seen video game stuff there in forever. We paid 25 cents for it, and it sold for $29.99, which was my full listing price. I found this Smart Wool thermal merino wool, like a drape neck hoodie thingy. I don't know what you want to call it. At the bins, new with tags. And meanwhile, other people had dug through the bins. I even watched like a t-shirt bro pick it up and then throw it back in. And I was like, Smart Wool, new with tags. Only paid $1.29 and it sold for $49.99 within a day of me listing it. That was super exciting. More shoes, these Nike Air Force One. They were solid black. I avoid them in white at all costs. I don't know. They just don't sell for me and they're normally really dirty, but I felt like this black pair seemed to have a better sell-through rate. It sold for $40 and we paid $2.92 for it. And we sold a pair of Birkenstocks for $33.95. We picked them up at the bins for $1.56. And the last item I'll show you is this gorgeous Baltic-born maxi dress. I think it was new with tags. I paid $1.65 for it at the bins and it sold for $37. All right, that about wraps it up for this video. Some of the stuff we've sold recently, some of the stuff we sourced recently. Justin's foot is continuing to heal. He did come to the bins with me today. My mom pointed out that I never explained to you guys on this channel what happened. I talked all about it on Instagram, but we went roller skating for my niece's 8th birthday. And he roller skated for numerous hours and all was going fine. And then his ankle just kind of buckled on him and turned. He has really bad ankles and he tore a bunch of ligaments and tendons. So he's in a big boot. He has to wear it until March 11th, where he goes back to the doctors. Possibly will have to have an MRI. The man's leg is like yellow in spots, green, purple, pink. He is so bruised, and he bruised all the way up to his knee to the tip of his toes. It is so nasty, and he's been a trooper. But yeah, it hasn't been pretty at all. So fingers crossed, he's healing. Yeah, it's starting to resemble a foot again and not just this big blown up blob. So that's, on the plus side. All right, well, thank you so very much for taking the time to watch. If you've been here since the beginning and you've been hanging out with us for 2 years, you are amazing. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.